Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So in front of us, we have the 2023 Dodge Durango SRT Hellcat. It is finished off in smoke show. MSRP is right around $107,000. We have a highly performance-oriented 3-row family SUV, and we have a lot to go over. So what powers this Hellcat? Just like in any other Hellcat trim level, this has the 6.2-liter supercharged V8. This is paired to the 8-speed automatic transmission. For the Durango, this pumps out 710 horsepower, 645 pound-feet of torque. Sent through that all-wheel drive system, it will propel this 5,700-pound SUV from 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds with a top speed of 180 miles an hour. Now, as far as fuel economy goes, you're looking right around 12 miles per gallon in the city, 17 out on the highway. But if you are buying the Hellcat, those numbers are non-existent for you. You just want the performance and the practicality of this 3-row family SUV. Now, as we work our way up front, everything up front is functional. We have functional vents in the lower section, functional right in the middle, and then there's the inlet in the middle with the heat extraction vents on both sides. So you're going to get plenty of cooling and airflow for that 6.2-liter V8. Now, this also has LED headlights, DRLs, and turn signals. Very thin housing to match that upper grille. We have the sensor for the adaptive cruise, all the parking sensors too. Even a small portion of a added lip there for the lower section of the bumper, finished off in body colored to give it a nice look. Now, this has a set of 20-inch wheels. They're 10 inches wide, and this has a massive set of Brembo brakes. There you have the SRT badge finished off in red there. Hellcat badge is just behind that. This has gloss black side mirrors with the turn signal, sunroof up top. And then I will say it is a little bit plain for the side profile. We have some nice fender arches, both front and rear, and then a few lines in the lower section. Nothing too crazy for the side, but all the proportions are very nice. So for being a 3-row, I think for its length and proportions, it looks very good. Now, there's the body colored spoiler, brake light, wiper blade. There's also the LED bar that runs right through that power lift gate. This has a backup camera, all the sensors. It can even tow right around 8,700 pounds. And we have remote start too. So let's lock it and take a listen to that V8. Then you can double tap on that if you'd like to shut it off, and you can use either the key fob or the button up underneath to open up the power lift gate. Now, with the 3rd row up, there's still a good bit of space. So you have plenty of room to stack some items. You even get hidden space underneath the floor, which is nice. There's a pretty deep compartment on that passenger side. We have 12 volts, even hooks in various places where you can tie down some items. And then look at how easy it is to fold down this 3rd row. So if you need a little bit more space, you can quickly do that. You can also fold down the captain's chairs. So if you need that much more space, it's very simple and quick to do. And then we have the button on the driver's side to lower that lift gate. And then working our way to all the back seats, we get a cool dry carbon fiber trim piece just above the armrest, a little bit of storage in the lower section there, and then the solid red leather seats with the SRT logo. Very nice design, especially with this gray. Now, as we take a quick look at the 3rd row, simply just pull on this lever and you can fold that seat up. And at 5'10", I can easily hop into the 3rd row. This is very spacious for full-size adults. There's the armrest and the cup holder. There's even some climate vents up top. It's not bad. I could ride around town and really have no complaints. So it's a spacious 3rd row. If you need a vehicle where you have more than just kids, I would be equally as comfortable in that back row. Now, for the captain's chairs up front, of course, we have a little bit more comfort. They do recline as well. There's storage pockets. They're even heated too. And there's the climate vents along with some auxiliaries. And you get a little bit more storage in the middle for drinks. There's some more behind that. And you even have 2 spots in the armrest. You can place your phone or some smaller items and then open this up, and you have a lot of space and some more auxiliaries. All the climate adjustments are up top for your temperature, fan speed, and where you'd like the air to go. So it's very nice from the back seats back here, which is nice. Up front, door panel is just like the rear. We have more of that trim accent. This has the Harman Kardon sound system, a lot more storage space down below. And then of course the same design with red seat belts up front. But let's fire this back up and we can go over the rest of the technology for this. We have the power operated steering wheel too, which is nice. Leather and perforated leather, or solid and perforated leather for the steering wheel. We have the distance pacing, cruise control, even the paddle shifters. This still retains volume and tuning just underneath that. So paddles are up top, those controls are below that. There's voice commands, Bluetooth, and then everything for the gauge cluster. Now on the left side, there's the miles per hour. Right side is fuel level and engine temperature. And then you have a lot more vitals that you can scroll through. So currently you can see all of these temps, horsepower, fuel ratio, things like that you can scroll through. You can even go to SRT and look at all of your timers. So you can configure these and set them up as needed. Look at your G-force meter. Pretty cool to see all of that as a factory setting for this vehicle. Then you have your driver assistance, some of your fuel economy if you choose to look at that with trip information. You can even look at the towing tab, and then you have your phone, any messages. You do have a screen set up, so you can go into this and configure what you would like to see, just depending on what you use the most. There's diagnostics, you even have a speed warning too, and then to the speedometer there. So it's a good bit of information for the LCD screen. There's all the headlight adjustments, dimmer switch for the gauges, there's the foot brake there. And then for the infotainment system, you have a lot more to go through. Currently, we are in the SRT dashboard where there's a few different drive settings. We have track, sport, auto, snow, tow, and a custom. If we go into the home screen now, you have your music along with your comfort, you have shortcuts and gauges. You can customize this as needed, and then you can pull up everything in full screen and quickly get to it. So for that shortcut, we are back to all of this here where you have your vehicle dynamics. You can go into your G-force, your engine dyno, different gauges that you can monitor. And then there's more shortcuts like your audio and your comfort. This does have heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel too. You can adjust the rears, of course. Go into your nav, pull up your phone, and you have various apps that you can go into and configure as you would like to. So it's a very easy system to use. You have some shortcuts up top that you can quickly and easily get into. Now underneath that, physical buttons for your heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. You have volume, tuning, your screen off. There's even the fan speed right in the middle, along with your temperatures and defrosters. There's the trailer braking system on that left side. And then shortcuts down below for launch control. You have SRT, traction, parking sensors, and the lane keeping assist. Now there's more of that dry carbon fiber material there, wireless charging with auxiliaries. And if we put this into reverse, you get the backup camera with the guidelines, and then you can even shift using the shifter itself. There's some cup holders with the ambient lighting, and you get a good bit of space for the center armrest and a smaller bit in the upper section there. Plenty of room in the glove box on the passenger side. There's a 12 volt, more of that trim, even a sunglass holder up top. You have the sunroof with the sunshade there, garage door buttons, and a good bit of visibility. So it's really easy to see in all directions. But now let's go ahead and get this family Hellcat out on the road. And from second gear, here we go. Just a minor acceleration. This is up to speed. The paddles are surprisingly very responsive too, which is awesome to see for an SUV like this. I mean, it feels kind of like you're in a Charger or a Challenger Hellcat with the same design for the paddles. It's impressive that they are that functional, and that's what you would expect, of course, in a vehicle like this and what it's designed to do. But hopefully you were able to hear a little bit of that supercharger whine. You can hear that exhaust too. So it's definitely not shy of being loud here. Man, this would be really, really fun to take on the track and really just experience its full potential. But behind the wheel now for this six-figure SUV, it's very nice. I love these materials here. I think they did a few changes for 2023. I know 2024 is going to be significantly different from what I've seen a little bit of, but compared to some of the previous ones I've been in, this is a very nice setup. I think the screen's a little bit larger too, and some of the materials are definitely a little different, but it's a nice place to be. For six figures, it's still a Dodge, so yes, that's a lot of money for a Dodge in my opinion, but you are paying for pretty much the performance, and you do get some nice creature comforts and amenities. So when you weigh everything together, I'd say it definitely has more performance than a few of the other vehicles that I mentioned, which may have a little bit more technology features compared to this, but you get a lot more performance. You definitely get a sweet SUV to drive. I love the bolstering for these seats. They hold you well. It's super comfortable too. There's no suspension settings. I lied. There is suspension settings. So even in track mode, I don't have any complaints with it. You can put it into the sport suspension too. So if you want to change that, I haven't really seen a difference, but I'm used to some stiffer suspension. So it's something that I do even in daily driving my own vehicles, but it's nice. It's definitely a cool vehicle, and I really can't think of why you wouldn't want to buy it. If you want performance, practicality, you want everything, check out the Durango SRT Hellcat. That's going to wrap it up though for today's review for the 23 Dodge Durango SRT Hellcat. Once again, huge shout out to 704 Exotics for providing this for me today. Check out their website, give the video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and smash that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.